Welcome back to Fast Market here on the Schwab Network. We're talking Google Alphabet, some news overnight that, they got pushed back on their 1.5 billion euro fine. Now, that's only one of the, pressure from regulators out there. So keep that in mind. Let's bring in Caroline Wood, senior markets correspondent. So while this seemed pretty positive, Caroline, on as far as headlines goes, they just reimposed or affirmed a 2.4 billion euro fine that they got. They've got, some regulation and oversight coming from the U.S. government also. So this is a small win, right?
Yeah, it is a regulatory win, but yes, there are regulatory headwinds, if you will, both here in the U.S. and the EU that Google Alphabet has to deal with. But yes, Google did win this court challenge to the EU's $1.7 billion antitrust fine over an ad product. It stems all the way back to 2019, actually. The European Commission accused Google of abusing its market dominance with a product called AdSense for search. Google appealed the fine at that time, and that sent the case to the EU's second highest court, and then Google won basically that appeal. The general court said it upholds the majority of the commission's findings but annulled the fine decision, said the commission failed to take into consideration all of the relevant circumstances in its assessment of the duration of the contract clauses that it deemed unfair. So the commission could appeal the decision, which would send it to the EU's highest court. I have seen commentary that is likely, so this might not actually be over, but it is a regulatory win for Google and Alphabet. Of course, as you mentioned, it comes after the ECJ upheld a 2.4 billion euro fine imposed on Google for abusing its dominant position by favoring its own shopping comparison service, and it faces a whole bunch of pressure here in the United States as well. Could be why we're seeing shares doing a whole lot of nothing in response to this news, literally at the unchanged line right now.
Caroline, these fines that the EU imposes, this is a major source of income for them. They're going to have to lower their earnings estimates for this quarter in the EU because the fines are lower. Here's the thing that we're missing when this stock sells off like it has from this, rash of lawsuits and antitrust suits. Their revenue growth, 14% year over year. Operating margins up 300 basis points to 32% year over year. Diluted earnings per share plus 31% year over year. This is a stock that has sold off significantly when all their numbers are getting better, but the loud noise is all these lawsuits, Caroline.
Yeah, it's certainly a distraction. Obviously, we did see shares sell off after earnings earlier this summer, too, because of that YouTube ad revenue miss. So kind of got punished for that. But yes, it seems like also, of course, it is a distraction. But analysts say, there's concern, obviously, that Alphabet could be broken up. And analysts say that's a stretch. These things could take years, sort of insulated, which is why, if you take a look, 80% of analysts still look at Alphabet shares as a buy right now, so still very bullish on shares. And overall, the main focus is, of course, AI monetization, continued revenue growth acceleration, and then CapEx, how much it's really spending to beef up its data centers. So this is just one component that that Alphabet's up against. And also, you have to keep in mind, obviously, AI is, generative AI could be a threat to Google as well, because ChatGPT, OpenAI's, kind of competitor to Google, could disrupt the whole industry. And there is some concern that it could kind of chip away at Google's market share as well. So yes, it is noise. It is certainly a headwind, but it doesn't seem to be getting in the way of analyst bullishness on the name by any means.
Yeah, we're going to continue to watch this. I'm getting reports now that Google offered to sell Ad Marketplace, AdX, to address competition over ad tech practices. European publishers rejected and said it's insufficient. So this drama just continues to come out. So we'll continue to follow this.
Unavoidable toll booth on the highway of Google's existence.
If you can't innovate and you can't beat them, fine them. Fine them.
Yeah,
that's it.
Basically what the situation is here.
Yeah.
They don't have to innovate because they can just fine us.
Yes, exactly. All right, great stuff. Thanks, Caroline
We are
Woods.
innovating. We're